Hi, I'm Lisa Lobosco from Ecru, New York. Just got back from New York and Paris Fashion Week, and where we did a ton of braids. I'm always asked, how do you prep the braids, or how do you come up with making up these braids? And as you can see, I have a lot of them made, and this is when the team comes in, we already have these braids pre-made for them because they can get time consuming. So we don't have a lot of time. So we always make a variety of colors. So I'm gonna just kind of walk you through how we do it. First of all, we don't start with human hair. It's way too expensive at, during Fashion Week. We're doing 100 models. It would be just way too much money. So we're working with regular braiding hair. I use all different brands. It really just depends on the shade selection, and you can find a variety of shades, not only shade selections, but also different tones where they have some ombre, and depending on what you're looking for. One thing I do like to look for is that it's pre-stretched. Look at how long it is, because when they're in a package, they all look like they're the same length, but actually some of them come down one, some of them are doubled, so they do come in different lengths. And then also I like when they have what's called a feathered end, and you can see this is very wispy. If you don't have a feathered end, when it comes together, it'll look very, very bulky, and it will look less natural. So it can be a little tricky to work with because it tangles very, very easily. So this is what I like to do. And for this, it's really a two-man job. Shannon Rodriguez, who is actually our lead makeup artist, she is gonna switch over to hair for a minute and give me a hand here. So to make it very simple, all the hair will always have an elastic that's holding it in place right in the center. When at all possible, leave that there until the last possible minute, because this is going to keep it from tangling. So for doing a regular 3-strand braid like this, I start by one side, leaving that center part in. And Shannon, if you don't mind just holding it there, dividing it into 3, and of course just then doing my braid. Now for this, generally it's better not to go super, super tight. If you go very, very tight, what you'll find is the braid will start to curl. So just keeping just a kind of a natural texture. This type of hair, you really don't use product on. It really isn't going to change the hair very much, because this is synthetic hair. What I do like to do is, because this has that beautiful shine, when I'm incorporating this into natural hair, I prep my natural hair with our styling balm, the Ecru styling balm, because that will add a nice sheen to it so that it matches up to the synthetic hair. So just going all the way down to the end. Okay, and you can see this is why it's important to have those feathered ends, because it's very pretty and soft, much like natural hair would be. Okay. So when I'm prepping it, sometimes I could put an elastic in. I never know what I'm going to do when I'm all done. So for now, I'll use this. And then once I know how I'm going to utilize the hair, I'll either take this out, I'll put it in clear, or just a pin. This, what I'm putting in right now, actually comes with a lot of the hair on the end, so we'll just use that for now, just to hold it in place. So now, once we've done this, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go here. Not your good shears, just a pair of junky shears, and now you can cut this off. And carefully, you're going to use the same section, so you'll find it. There might be a few crossover hairs, so just take a second to find the exact same strands that you did on the opposite side. Right there. And then what I'm going to do, I have them? Yes. Okay, that's wrapped around. So it takes a minute to do this, but it's worth it because it will make it much easier. So now I've got my 3 strands there, all 3. And Shannon, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have you flip it. It's easier for me to braid this way. So then I flip it over, just because for me it's more natural to go over. If you're an underbraider, you'll go the opposite. And what's nice about working with this, if you ever get a little piece like that, just snip that out of the way. Okay, and then I'm just gonna braid the other side. And I'll end up with 1 seamless braid all the way down. And I believe this was a 52-inch lock of hair. And you can see this has a variation in it, which I always love to do because most of us have more than one color in our hair. Even if it's tinted, you know, there's lots of variation. So working with this type of hair, when it has different shades in it, makes it look very, very natural. And we're seeing braids being much more structured, which I kind of was speaking about a bit before. So most of the time now we're leaving this very clean, but if you wanted to expand this out, just like you would with natural hair, you would go in and you can open it up and really expand this braid out as well. And that's it, go right to the end. You can go as far as you want. The closer we go, the better it is. Oh, okay, so on this side, we'll put a little clear elastic. And again, once you decide how you're going to utilize it, sometimes you can take the elastics off, cut them, and there we go. And these are great. You can incorporate them in. You could, sometimes I braid the braids together. I'll take 3 of them and braid them together. And then once I'm all done, I'm going to use my styling balm. And this is great. Whenever you're braiding hair, you take a bit in the palm of your hand and you rub your hands together until it disappears. But what happens is it's leaving a nice sheen and a little bit of tact. So especially if you're a new braider or if it's a different type of braid that you haven't done, it makes it very, very easy because it's easy to grip the hair and it gets rid of your flyaways. So you really get a beautiful seamless braid and no flyaways, and it tucks in all those little ends as the hair starts to become shorter. It helps hide all those little ends as you go. So this is my absolute go-to product for any type of twists or braids. Okay, so again, this is a variety. You can see the different colors. And this is just a 3-strand braid, but you can really do anything with this. There's so many different types of braids, but doing that one little trick by maintaining that center piece will really make your life so much easier. It's a great place to start. Thank you.